Hi, welcome to Start PHP. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use PHP Maker to generate web or PHP application for user level security. So how it works is that we will have a products table that holds a list of some products, and also we have orders, and then we have employees table that holds username, password, name, and email, and their level of permission. So we will divide these employees in terms of clerk, manager or general manager, for example, and each will have different level. For example, clerks can just view the information, and manager can edit and remove products, and general manager can do more than that. First, we will create the table and we show all the application that it works, and we will set this up. At the second level, we will customize it so only a user can access his own or her own data. If the record has been created by a user, nobody else will be able to edit it except general manager. And also at the end, I'm going to show you also how you can encode or hash in MD5 all the passwords so they are not viewable on the screen. So let's get started. So the first thing that you need to have MySQL, PHP, and Apache running. In my case, as you can see here, the WAMP server is running. If you have Linux or other operating system, you should have Apache MySQL and PHP running. So if you're using Windows, I have created another video that you can follow and add this WAMP server on your machine. The link is at the description. Also, you need to have PHP Maker installed on your machine. Also, I have another video on how to start a very simple application. The link is at the description. So my system is now running. If I check this on localhost on my local machine, here the PHP is running. There is no issue. And also I have PHP MyAdmin. And if I go in the database, I have a PHP Maker table. So opening it, I have 3 tables already existed. So I have employees, order, and products. Under the employee, I have no one here. The structure is like this. I have employee ID, first name, last name, user, email, password, and user level ID. So these are all var_char or varchar, and then user level is an integer, and also employee ID is integer. So this is the key auto incrementing here, as you can see, but this field is just integer. The order has some order ID, and then a product ID, and then the quantity. Under the products, we have product title, product ID, title, price, and quantity. It's just simple, so you can make it fancy if you wish. All these codes and the tables will be available on our website, startphp.com. The link will be at the description. Let's run the PHP Maker. From the server, select localhost. If you have a different host, you just type that. Username is root on my machine. If you run WAMP, that's by default always root. I have not set up any password to make it easy. And here, this is a table that I'm using, PHP Maker. So once you select that, connect, you will see all the tables that we saw are here. Okay, let's save the project. I call it user permission, and then save it. So this has been saved. We can do some customization. For example, here we can go to the HTML and then theme, and then select, let's say, professional. So it will be a little better color. Of course, whatever you like to do it your way. So let's click on security here. The first thing, that application should have administrative password. This is hard-coded. So take something serious password, because this is local. For sake of this, I will just I will put 1 2 3 4 5. So that's the first thing. And then here we use this area, use existing table. This is referring to that table of employee. So we have to say which table and what is the username and what is the password. From this drop down, we select employee. This login field, that means username. So I have username, and then for the password, we select the password field. So we have to tell these 3 fields, and here the advanced now appears, so we can go to the advanced level. User ID field, so we have to tell that where is user ID, so we call it employee ID in the table. We go to the user level, and here, because we are not using static, so what static is that you have certain users, the permission and all of those will be managed once when you generate it. So every time you make some changes, you have to use this one, which is not efficient, but this will work for few people. We are focusing now on dynamic. We're assuming that this will be an organization, that employees will be added and removed, and we don't have to generate the code every time some changes happen. So we can do it from the web-based. Okay, so this, the security level, this is very important. When you select this, from here, this field is inside the employee table. So we have to have that field in order to make this work. Very important. So that is done. Now, this area is for one table, that is for user level. So we will have different user level. We call it manager, clerk, or whatever we have. And then here we have the permission table that will tell the application which user level can do what. We can type, if you have the table set up, you will select the table and the field. But we don't have it because we have only these 3. We don't have a user level, so let's click create. This is by default, this is one table, and these are the fields for that table, and this is the second table, user level permission, and these are the fields. Here, the field name, so this is the table name, user level, and then user level ID, and then user level name, like manager or something. This will be a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and this is the name, like clerk, manager, general manager, sales, shipping, whatever you have. And here is a table for user level permission, which will be done. So if you just click OK, you will see that the table will be added. So successfully table have been created. Just click that. Click OK. We are done here. So we have to check this so this can be generated. This and that. Save. Now, for employee, for user level ID here, let's connect this user level ID instead of typing some number. Let's connect it to the user level. So click that, check, and then from here select the user level, and then user level ID. And then here we can say user level name, like manager or something. So this is checked, the table, and then all of this is checked. Save. Let's generate the application. I'm not customizing it much, but I have to say where my application is supposed to be at the WAMP. And then here I'm just creating user. So wherever is your root document for Apache or your host, so this is the one, and I'm just creating user. Click OK, and then generate. So the menu, these are the name that will appear on the file and on the menu. So the application have been generated. So now the application has been created. It will be /user. When we come here, it asks for the username and password, admin, and my password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here are all the tables that we have, so except the logout. User level permission, product, order, employees. So I have no employee here. We have some orders here. You see product ID, and these are the products that we have. For these orders, we have to connect the product ID to the product table so we can see the name. Let's do that. For the orders, this is a product ID. I clicked on order, product ID, from the drop down menu. This drop down menu, using of this is suitable if you have around 1000 or fewer than that items. If you have more than that, it will be very heavy, so it will not be suggested, so you can go with the regular text field. So I'm selecting the table here and then products. So this field is integer. We will connect it to the product ID, which is an integer, and here on the screen we say go and show the title. Save it, generate it again. Now refresh. So we will see the product actual name. So these are the orders. Now if we collect here, you will see that we have -2, -2, -2, and then we have all the tables. So employee, order ID, products, and then user level permission, and this. This is a long code or an ID inside the curly parenthesis. So this is called the application ID. If you want to change it, you can do that. So let me show you. Go to tools and then advanced settings. Here the project ID. So you can change it here, but you have to also update it there because they have been already created. This will not update it automatically. So I'm not touching that. Cancel. If under the user level, you will see that -2 is anonymous. So that -2 for the user level permission you saw here, don't worry about it. So let's add a clerk. So user level, we can put a number that is not used in previous screen. So let's put number 2 and let's call it clerk. So we can set by default view list, and let's say add. Here the clerk is added. The permission that we set here, we have some extra icon when you compare it with the other tables. So we have these icons. So for the clerk, we can just select here, and here we have more detail by selecting the permission for the clerk. So when we say clerk, we actually refer to the level ID number 2. It's very important. So clerk can search, view list, and also add or copy product or employee. No, so we don't want that one. So clerk can not do any of those. Clerk can just view list and see. Maybe you can clerk can add order, not products. Okay, but cannot edit it once it's done. So that was a clerk. Let's add a manager. I'm gonna set number 3. So we have manager here. Even if you don't select this, just add it, manager. Here, come and edit all of those. So when you check this box, all of this will be checked. View, search, list, edit, not employee. So manager cannot edit employee, but list and view. Manager can add manager can add orders, can add products, and not user level permission. So manager can do all this, not the employee, not the user level permission. So this is 3. Now remember, we added 2 and 3, and let's look here. For the 2, for all tables, we have added, for all of the table employee orders, we have added 2. And also the same way for the 3. When you add it, it will be automatically added here, so you don't have to worry. This table just exists here manually. In case if you need big modification, you can do it here. Okay, I've added all these users. So these are the usernames. So and here are the user levels. So this person is clerk, manager. Let's log out and log in as a clerk with user 2. I'm just copying I'm pasting the same user. So as you can see, this person cannot see the user level and user level permission, but he can see the person can see the products, and we set the permission that cannot add or edit. So let's go at the here, and here there are 2 orders already. There is no delete or edit, but you can add more. So select one of the products, let's say this product, and sells 2. So here added but cannot delete. So okay, so the product can view only himself, can see it here, no password change, nothing. So let's log out. Okay, so now let's log in as a manager, Bilal. So let's see, remember for Bilal, let's look at the manager and see user level, manager, and see it. The manager can add product and add order. Okay, so log out, Bilal, and I have the password here, paste it. So when you log in as a manager, at the order you see here delete and add and edit and add. Same thing for product, delete, edit. So you can just click and edit or make change the price. But still we can see that this manager cannot, if you click on employee, they can just see himself, not be able to add any employee, add or edit. So that was the manager. Okay, let's select for Saladin, selected as administrator, can do anything. So we can do it one way. So this is now administrator. Let's log in as Saladin. Okay, as you can see, Saladin is now have full permission. All of the options are available here, and he can add new employee, and he can select whatever they want the employee to be. So this is exactly as the administrator. Okay, now let's change the table so each user can access her or his own data. To do that, we will go for, let's say, for orders, because order and products are the important thing that everybody can do, or add or edit. So we go, I'm going for orders, go to structure, and then add here employee ID, and the type is integer. Here is the command in case if you want to use a command. So let's go for the product, same thing. You see we have quantity, price, and this, but we don't have any employee ID, so I'm adding employee ID here. Now we have employee ID. Go and update our application. First refresh. So now we have, so when we added the employee ID for the orders and for the product, we added employee ID. Now the next step is to go to the application, click there, and then go to security, and then advanced. Here we are at the user ID. This is selected from the left, and all the tables that you have will be shown here. So for the orders, we go and now select the field that we added, employee ID, and here for the product as well, we select employee ID, these two. For this user level and user level permission, for these two we don't have that field, employee ID, so we are not doing that. Click OK. Now let's go for the orders. For employee ID, we don't want the person to be anybody to edit it. It should be automatic, and add, uncheck these two fields so we don't see that. And then for the manager, for some people who want to see the employee name and ID, so we select it, and from here we can just select lookup table, and we say select employee, and then we select the field that is linked to this, and then to display, we can select email and then username. And then for the product, I'm going for the product and then employee ID. First list page is fine, and then let's edit, remove the edit and remove the add. So these two, because employee ID should not be editable once a record is added. And here, this time I'm selecting a select list, so you can see both methods. For the orders, I did not select that selection list, so I use lookup table and then employee ID, and the same thing. So this is the field I want to show email, username, so you can select any other field you want, first name, last name, whatever field that you want to show on the screen. Save, generate. Let's go here. So these are the products. You see employee ID here. Because I'm administrator, now let me go and log in as clerk. As clerk Jamal. Okay, so log out. And then I hope I have the password. Login. So this is now Jamal. Here is the orders. So that is now shown. Now let's add one more. Okay, so you can see the product. He cannot select the product because on the product table he doesn't have any product under his name. So let's add a product here. So because now he cannot add any product, we said this is a clerk and cannot add. And for the orders we have selected, so our permission has a conflict here. Let's go and fix that. User level here for clerk, let's check it. Clerk can add order but not product. Let's fix that. And then log out and log in as Jamal. Now Jamal can add a product that exists in the company, even though the clerk should not be able to add it. So this is just for sake of learning. So under the order, now if we select order, he can only sell this one that he can add it, because that's the way we arranged it, or place order for it. So this is now done. Log out. Let me go as an admin. And this is administrator. If we go to the orders, so these are the orders that were there, not assigned to anyone, and these are the order by Jamal. And so if we can go as a manager, let's say as a Bilal, now we have the same thing here. Orders, no orders, and no product. This person can see only her own. So remember that when you add these two fields, it limits the user to have their own product or their own record to be added or edit. Now, because many times when you look at the password, everybody can read the password. As you can see, the password is now shown here, and everybody can read the password. And this is unsafe, and somebody hacks it, they will just see it. Of course, there are different levels of security or how hard you want to make the password to be. For example, in some organizations, they hash the password with a salt. So if two people have the same password, they will encoded version also will look different. But anyway, so let's just encode this in MD5, which is a little secure because it is not readable by eye. So let's see how we can fix that. The first thing to do that, let me go here and then go to security and then advanced, and here go to user login option. we see under the password MDS. Of course, by the way, I did not go through all of this. There are tons of other options for login, registration, and all of those. But let's go for MD5 and click OK. So now if I generate the password, the script, the application, if I generate the application, so the password is still this password. Now application thinks this is the hashed version in MD5 format. So we will not be able to log in, let's say for Bilal, with this password. So let me copy that password. Okay, so it says invalid because it uses MD5. So now let's go and set new password or the same password if you want. So go to PHPMyAdmin. I'm going to the employee and go here, and then let's say for Bilal I want to set that. So click edit, and this is a password field. From here select MD5. Let's input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as MD5 and then save it. So if you wanted to use a command line, here is a code. So update employee, and here set password, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just put MD5 and that's it. So the only thing that you need is to put MD5 and then put whatever password you want. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will turn to this as Bilal. So let me log in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if 6 was or 5. So now I logged in with a new password. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you very much. If you like the video, please thumb up, and also please subscribe so you can get updates for future videos that I post. Thank you.